Hey guys, if you hear a little noise, I'm somewhere on the road, or beside the road, so a lot of vehicles are passing by, so it will be a little bit noisy. But I had to come and talk about this specific topic. So, oils have been popular for a while now, and whether it be growth oil, scalp oil, ear oil, oils are really great, and I personally don't have anything against them because I believe they serve their purpose in helping with managing your hair. Right? They make taking care of your hair a lot less difficult because if you have natural hair, you know how it can get. But what if you have been using oil over the years, but they just don't seem to be working for you, right? You're using the oils and everybody else seems to be getting good results from them, but you don't know what's happening with you. Oils just doesn't seem to work for you. Well, if you're a girly that is in that type of category, but you would really love to continue using oils and you would really love for them to work for you, in this video I'm going to share some reasons why you could be using oils and they are just not working for you. So let's get into this video, because at the end of this video you will have some new information that can possibly help you and enlighten you on what's going on, what you need to stop doing or start doing so that you can achieve good results from using oils. Because girl, I know oils, we all, well, not we all of us, but the majority of us out here love oils because oils, as I said at the beginning of this video, they serve their purpose and some of them have some really great benefits that's super good for helping you on your hair growth journey and your hair care journey. So number one is you are using the wrong oil for your specific hair and scalp. So if you have thicker hair, right, there are different categories of oils. There are oils that falls in the light category and there are oils that falls in the heavy category. So like castor oil would be an heavy oil, and like olive oil, sunflower, and there's also jojoba oil would fall in the light oils category. Now if you have really thick hair like me, my ears are a mess right now, but don't watch that. If you have thick hair like me, I would suggest you go for heavier oils like castor oil, coconut oil, etc. But if your hair is on the thinner side, I would say go for oils like jojoba oil, like grapeseed oil, avocado oil, olive oil, and oils that are light. So when you use them, your hair doesn't feel weighed down, doesn't get clogged easily, and doesn't get built up easily. Because what will happen if you use these heavy oils and your hair is weighed down, clogged up, have a lot of product buildup, is that you're going to experience more breakage. So instead of giving you the results that you want, these oils will just be working against you, so they will become the enemy of your progress, right? So it is best to stick to oils that matches with your hair. So if you have thinner hair, go for light oils. If you have thicker hair, go for thick oils. And when you have thick hair and you use thick oil, they just mesh with your hair. It's like a very good match, right? Your hair is not going to be weighed down, your hair is not going to get clogged easily because your strands can handle the thickness of the oil. That's a good tip, guys, on how to use oil properly to benefit your personal hair so that you can achieve the results you are hoping to achieve. The other thing is you are using the oils too excessively. I know someone that ended up with seborrheic dermatitis because she was overdoing it with the oils. Because it is a growth oil and because it is made to use on your scalp does not mean you shouldn't follow the instructions and you should use it excessively, right? When you buy a goat oil from someone, read the instructions carefully, ladies. If it says use once a week, do not go ahead and be using the oil every day or in the morning, in the night before you go to bed, two times a day, because you want to achieve the growth results faster. No, it doesn't work like that, because all you'll be doing is overusing this oil, clogging your scalp, and when your scalp is unable to breathe, it will become an environment for bacteria, fungus, and all those nasty things to grow and to live. So you have to use the oils the right way. If it's once per week, use it once per week so your scalp can breathe. Do not overuse your growth oils or scalp oil or ear oil. Any oil you're putting on your scalp or even your hair, do not overuse it, right? In the case of your hair, you don't need to be applying oils every day on your hair. Apply the oil whenever you're moisturizing your hair. If that's once a week, twice a week, apply the oil that amount of time. Don't be using it 2 times a day every day. Alright, that's just too much, especially if you're washing your hair every month, every 2 months, or even every 3 months. If you're a girlie that washes her hair weekly, you might get away with it, but if you're one of those girlies that takes a month or two to wash your hair like me, you're not gonna get away with it, right? So be cautious when you are using your oil. Okay? And this is one of the reasons some people, whenever they use oils, their scalp tend to get itchy. It's because of overuse. Your scalp is clogged, right? As I said, bacteria, fungus is just living there, and you're not washing your hair on time or frequently, so it becomes a disaster. And then instead of the oil working for you, you would develop problems like severe dandruff, seborrheic dermatitis, just itchy, irritated scalp, etc. So whenever you're using oils, just be aware of that. Use it the time you're supposed to use it. So if it's once a week, use it once a week. Don't use it excessively. And if you're only supposed to use a little drop, use the little drop in each section. Don't use half bottle. Number three, or the third reason, is the quality of oil. The quality of oil. No, it's not always easy to know the kind of oil you are buying, right? But you can always ask the person you're buying the oil from what type of oils they are selling you. If it's organic, if it's extra virgin, you have to find out those type of information, because some of these oils, they are not the best quality. They are not organic, they are not extra virgin. They are just some cheap stuff that will irritate your scalp and will cause scalp problems. And if you already have scalp problems, will exacerbate those scalp problems you already have, right? So whenever I'm sweating, guys, right, I had to wind up the car window because the noise on the road, and I don't want the video to be noisy because I know you guys will complain. Don't mind me using my blows. All right, I have wipes. I actually have wipes somewhere in the car, but I don't know right now, and I don't want to interrupt the video too much, right, guys? So please don't comment to me I sweat in the comment section. Me know. All right, hopefully I'll finish this video soon so I can wind down back the windows because I don't want to suffocate in the car. Alright, so the third reason, guys, the quality of oil. As I said, make sure you find out from whoever you're buying, or if you're buying it from a store, if you can look and see the quality of the oils you're getting, right? Sometimes it won't be listed, but if you trust your brand, that's good, right? But if it's somebody new, you have to ask these questions, because your scalp is where your hair grows from, so you cannot play with your scalp, and your hair is your crown. You don't want to use a low quality, low grade oil that will just cause problems for you. This is why oils don't work for some people, because they're getting some cheap quality oils that when you put it on your hair and your scalp, it just causes itching, causes breakage, and just causes your hair to react in a negative way. Like your hair just start behave in a way that it wouldn't usually behave, or it doesn't usually behave. So that is something you have to find out. The fourth and last thing, guys, is that you have a scalp condition. Now if you have anything like dandruff, seborrheic dermatitis, whatever kind of scalp condition you have, be careful with using oils. All right, eczema, that is one of them too. People with eczema are very sensitive, and a lot of the times they don't know what their scalp will react to, but because an oil is marketed to them and it's said to grow hair and so on, they buy it because they want these results. When you have scalp conditions, you have to be careful with oils. If you're going to use oil, I'm not saying you can't use oil, but I would say if you're going to use oils, make sure you know what's in that oil, and make sure you pay attention to your triggers, because you don't want to spend your money buy an oil if your scalp condition works, right? So this is important. And if you don't know your triggers, you have to find a way to learn them, whether it be by experimenting on your own with different oils, testing to see how your scalp reacts to each of these oils before you go out and buy something on the market, right? Because those oils are expensive, and they're expensive for multiple reasons, right? Because some of the ingredients, right, to source organic ingredients, it costs money, and some of the time it's multiple ingredients are in these oils, like things like essential oils and so on, and essential oils are not cheap. So growth oils aren't cheap, so if you're going to buy one, make sure you're aware that you know you have a scalp condition and certain things can trigger or make your scalp condition worse, right? So this could be a reason why you're using scalp oils or hair growth oils and they're just making your scalp irritated or giving you flare-ups because something in the oil is causing your scalp to behave like this, and because you don't know, you basically just write off the oil. But it's not that the oil isn't good, it's just that you have a scalp condition and certain things causes it to flare up, right? And sometimes you might not know that you have a scalp condition, until you use the oil, right? So yeah, that part is really sad when you find out from using the oil, because then you're gonna say, the oil causes. And I personally would think that too, because we are human beings. If all your life you never have it, or you did have it but did alright, and then you use the oil and you're gonna say the oil, but it can just be one ingredient, but you don't discover say that ingredient causes irritation or a flare up as yet.